What are you feeling 2 days before the NFL draft? I'm sure you've heard and read just about everything out there. Now it's just you and your thoughts for the next 2 days. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, just excited. Excited to know where I'm going to be at. Excited to, have teammates in an organization that wants me and fell in love with me enough to pick me. But yeah, at this point, there aren't really too many nerves, just excited for the opportunity.
All right, let me take care of some housekeeping things real quick before we jump into this conversation a little deeper. Look, Trey, I'm salty. I'm still salty that you didn't come down here and train with me. In November, you, Quincy, I think Justin Fields, all you guys came in. Y'all spent some time with us. You said, yo, we're going to be training with you. Then all of a sudden, you guys get missing. So you could, if you would have trained with me, Trey, I would have called Woody, and we would be going to, the New York Jets at the number 2 pick. Now you gotta settle for the 3rd pick. Now you gotta go to the Bay. Now you gotta go deal with Coach Shanahan, who I love, but you gotta go out there on the West Coast. So I had to get that off my chest, man. You didn't train with me.
It's all love. No love lost. It's just we're gonna figure it out. I'll be out there eventually.
All right. So let me ask my question. After hearing Coach Shanahan's comments yesterday, we listened to the whole press conference. It was like 33 minutes. And I'm convinced, man, that you're going to land at the 3 spot. What are you hearing? Where do you want to go?
Like I said earlier, man, just looking for an opportunity. You've been in this position. At this point, it's kind of, I put myself in a position, kind of set myself up for success. I'm satisfied with the position I put myself into this point. So, there's not really, it's not like there's ever going to be a disappointing situation, especially the position I play and the situation I'm in right now. I feel like I put myself in a great position. So at this point, just excited to see where it's going to be. And at this point, yeah, I don't know. I probably know just as much as you, if not less. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, man, just blessed and looking forward to it.
All right, Trey, I need you to help me with something because I'm a numbers guy. But I'm a weird numbers guy. Sometimes numbers are so good, they actually worry me. So, like, I heard last year in the NBA, people were like, the Mavericks have the best offense ever. And I'm like, well, no, they don't. Like, no, that's actually not right, even though they did. And I was like, no, that concerns me, actually. I would feel a little better if in 2019 you had 28 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The fact that you had no interceptions, I'm like, how's the okay? Like I don't like it. So that does make me a little concerned that it's like, wait, was he just simply better than everybody out there? How much of a hurdle do you think the competition level? It's a hurdle for everyone, college to pro, from D2 college to pro. It's even more so. How big of a concern is that for you personally?
It's really not for me. I feel like obviously, yes, I was talented for the FCS level, but I think, I would have been talented at the FCS level as well. But I think just guys that have came in and played well as they have, Carson, for example. Obviously, that's, my go-to, for example, for this situation because it's a perfect situation. He came out and played as well as he did his rookie year. And that doesn't just happen, like he played FCS football, yes, but that's really good football, one. As well as obviously it can be done. And the level of competition isn't something that I really worry about. Like you said, it's faster for everyone. So it'll be a ton of fun.
Trey, fair or unfair, all of the draft quarterbacks get a certain narrative label tagged to them. Like Trevor Lawrence is going to be this generation quarterback that'll be ready to start right away. Mac Jones, he's a good quarterback, won the national championship, but doesn't have a super high ceiling. This is not me. This is just the general narrative. Your general tag narrative is highest potential, to the point where like no one knows how good you can be. Just highest potential, highest ceiling. You want a superstar, you get Trey Lance. How good, well, I'll ask 2 questions. 1, do you think that's fair that you have the highest potential? And 2, how good do you think you can be?
Yeah, obviously I believe in myself at this point. Otherwise, I wouldn't be, in the position I'm in right now. But man, I want the best for all these guys. I mean, yes, we're kind of competing and will be competing against each other, but at the same time, from a quarterback standpoint, I mean, I want all the guys to do well, and I can't really speak on obviously the future, what's going to happen, but just excited to get to an opportunity, you know, to show what I got and have this opportunity to, you know, kind of live out my dreams and take this next step.
So, Trey, listen, let's stay right here, all right? You know, when I was coming out, I think there was around 13 wide receivers that went before me. And I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to create a headline, but I want you to be confident. I'm not trying to, I don't want to hear anything cocky, but when I looked at my draft class, there was 3 wide receivers that I said are better than me. And I was a kid coming from UCF before UCF is what it was, or what it became. There was Greg Jennings, wide receiver, phenomenal career, started in Green Bay. There was Chad Jackson, went to New England, Kevin Wild's team, didn't have a phenomenal start, didn't have a phenomenal career. And then there was Santonio Holmes. So as athletes, we stack ourselves up against the field. So when you see Trevor Lawrence and you see Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and all these other guys that they're talking about, where do you think you stack up? And I'm not trying to get messy here. I just want to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the best quarterback in the class, and I'm excited to prove that, get to an opportunity,
Boom,
an
I got
organization
it.
and
Oh, you took the bait.
To prove it. I know you wanted it, but I mean, those guys would say the same exact thing, and I absolutely do that.
And they should say the same thing. Good for you.
Yeah.
No, that's great. No, that's exactly, I'm not trying to get messy, but no, that's exactly what these teams want to hear. I mean, we've seen you. Everything pops on tape. We hear about you in the classroom and in the film study and how, you're brilliant there. This whole thing about experience and where you play, I think it's obnoxious. There's a lot of great talent, in all sports that come from small schools. So I'm excited to see where you land. So Nick, to me, all this conversation around, he doesn't have the experience, or look at Trevor Lawrence and all these other guys, is just nonsense.
Well, and by the way, he didn't go quite as far as Kyle Pitts went. He didn't say, I think I'm going to be the greatest quarterback ever. Pitts, everyone loves him. He's like, I'm going to be the greatest tight end in the history of tight ends. So listen, and you don't get to where you are without having a deep foundational belief in yourself. I've got 2 questions for you. And they're dissimilar, so I'll do them one at a time. First one is this. For people that haven't seen you, is there a quarterback stylistically currently in the NFL, or even a former NFL quarterback, that you have heard from people, you remind me most of him? Is there a guy?
I really don't like putting myself in this box, because the guys that I've heard in those names are guys that have been playing and have played really, really well in the NFL for a long time. But like stylistically, I guess Russell Wilson or more of a Deshaun, but different at the same time. Those guys have obviously proved themselves, established themselves in the league. So I don't like, putting myself in that box.
And then last one, have you had, sorry, Jenna, I'm just going to jump in real quick. My apologies, Jenna. Have you had any, how do I phrase this? The people closest to you, your family, is there a team that they are hoping for? I know you're going to succeed anywhere. You're good with anywhere. But do you have somebody close to you that's like, man, we really hope you go to this team because of this?
I mean, I got friends that are fans of dang near every team, especially in college. But my family, for one, is just excited for me to have an opportunity. They're kind of the same mindset as me. It's not like there's going to be a disappointing situation. So just looking forward to finding out where that's at.
Trey, these guys tried to get you. They tried to put you in a box every which way they could. You did a great job wiggling your way in and out. You are ready for the pros. Don't let anyone tell you differently. You're ready for the limelight of the NFL.
He's ready.
I know he is ready. I know you're here on behalf of Sleep Number. Tell us a little bit about your partnership with them.
Yeah, I was super excited to partner with Sleep Number. It was honestly perfect for me, just because I've understood for a long time how important sleep is for my recovery, not only as an athlete, but just as a human being. My Sleep Number, my 360 smart bed has kind of changed the way and been able to elevate my game and my sleep just with the way I recover. And it's been a game changer for me.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.